And starting this broadcast with a continuous coverage of the Israel-Hamas war. Israel Defense Forces are continuing its large-scale airstrikes against Hamas militants in the Gaza Strip, as the world leaders attempt to bring both parties back to the negotiating table. In the latest, according to a senior Hamas official, resuming talks with Israel on further exchanges of hostages and prisoners must be tied to a cessation of aggression and a ceasefire.
وفي ظل إعاقة الاحتلال التوصل إلى تمديد الهدنة الإنسانية واستئناف واستمرار العدوان النازي على شعبنا، فإننا نؤكد أن استئناف مفاوضات تبادل الأسرى مرهون بوقف العدوان ووقف إطلاق النار، وقبل ذلك لا حديث عنه.
Well, the Israeli military, on the other hand, says that it has intensified its attack on the Palestinian territory, adding that the militants on every part of the strip are now on target. And this marks a big escalation in the Israeli offensive since the truce collapse. Before the 7-day pause, the deadliest Israeli operations were limited to northern Gaza.
צה"ל ממשיך ומרחיב את הפעולה הקרקעית מול מרכזי הכובד של חמאס בכל רצועת עזה. בכל רצועת עזה, במקום שיש מרכז כובד של חמאס, צה"ל פועל.
Now, Israel's military chief of staff says that the operation in southern Gaza will match its earlier offensive against Hamas in the northern part of the strip as well. The IDF claims to have killed Hamas's commander of the Shati battalion with an airstrike in Gaza. They say that the commander, Haitham Wajari, directed the militants to carry out raids into southern Israel on October 7th. The Israeli Defense Forces further said that since the beginning of the ground offensive, the troops have discovered more than 800 tunnel shafts in the Gaza Strip. The IDF says that around 500 of them have already been destroyed, either by setting off large explosive charges inside or by sealing them. Now, with the attacks intensifying, the humanitarian horror in Gaza is only worsening. Over 2 million Palestinians face death and devastation across the besieged strip. At least 700 Palestinians have been killed in the last 24 hours. And it is one of the highest daily death tolls since the war began on October 7th. From the north to the south, Palestinians in Gaza say that there is nowhere that is safe. The Israeli military targeted the Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza for a second day. The renewed strikes hit the refugee camp on Sunday. Several homes were destroyed, killing dozens of people, and more are buried under the rubble as we speak. Meanwhile, the injured people were being rushed to Gaza City's Al-Ahali hospital as Israel ordered more people in crowded southern Gaza to evacuate. As you can see on your screens, bodies were lined on the front yard of the hospital even as more bodies were brought in.
الحقيقة منذ انتهاء الهدنة وبداية العدوان من جديد تلقينا خلال الأيام الثلاثة الماضية يعني بما في ذلك هذا اليوم العشرات من الجرحى المصابين المختلفين والمئات من الشهداء. في الحقيقة الإصابات بهذه المرة أصعب بكثير مما قبل الهدنة. أغلب الإصابات هي كسور معقدة مفتوحة تحتاج إلى تدخل طبي وعمليات عاجلة، كما وصلت عدد كبير من الحالات المصابة في الرأس ومصابة في البطن وغيرها، وهي كلها حالات تحتاج إلى تدخل لإنقاذ الحياة.
39 Palestinians, including 20 who are badly injured, arrived in Tunisia together with their families on Sunday. They were transported from the Gaza Strip for medical treatment. They had been evacuated through the Rafah border. Another flight is scheduled for Tuesday to bring an additional 160 injured people to Tunisia for treatment. And seeing the current situation unfolding in West Asia, the Iranian foreign minister has expressed prospects of the war spilling over in face of the Israeli attacks.
ما از رهبران مقاومت در روز گذشته شنیدیم که در صورت ادامه این وضعیت منطقه از طریق مقاومت وارد یک مرحله جدیدی خواهد شد. توسعه عمیق جنگ در منطقه کاملا متصور هست و هشدار داده می شود به همه طرف‌های